Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am gonna take a slightly deeper look at i-dle's Mono. I'm gonna be honest, though, I don't think this video is gonna be much longer than the reaction video. Like, it'll be slightly longer because we'll talk about the lyrics a bit. But this one was very, very simple and surface level as far as I remember. So it's not gonna, as far as I can tell preliminarily, it's not gonna require some deep think piece to analyze everything like I would normally might. But I did still want to take a listen, both so that it could be here on this channel as well as the reaction channel, and also so that we can actually discuss the message here. So, but one last thing is Shua in her interview that I read was absolutely correct. Like, this does not require deep thought to understand the message of. But let's go check out i-dle with Mono featuring Skaiwater, who, as I learned after that reaction, is a non binary rapper, which kind of adds to the whole inclusiveness message here in the song.
Ooh, ooh.
Love that hair on Mini. And Oogie's my girl.
The beat is breaking through. It's the meaning that hits louder. We're about to tune into you. Don't let the noise get in your way. Other rhythm that can replace. 이젠 머리 뮤트해. 심장 박동 노래해. You're from the right, or from the left. Whether east or west, whether straight or gay. Every day and night, dance to your real vibe. Turn the effects down, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono. Cause love is louder in mono.
Okay, so verse one, what they play, that all don't matter. You're the beat that's breaking through. So your authenticity, your true self. It's the meaning that hits louder. Well, we're about to tune into you. So it's like setting the stage both for the person that they're singing to being welcome to tell their story as to who they are. And it's also a play on, of course, the mono audio. Now, I do want to point out one other thing, though, and I would imagine Soyeon might have had a hand in this, although I saw a comment that said she didn't have anything to do with the production here. But mono means two different things, I think, here as it pertains to the video. The first is the audio, the obvious, which is the audio. You have mono versus stereo. In stereo, you're hearing things in both ears. It's, it might bounce around. Mono compresses everything. It gets rid of a lot of the noise, so to speak, and channels everything into one singular channel. And so the voice might be clearer. That's why a lot of like podcasts and stuff like that get recorded in mono for that reason. Um, so it it puts everything into one stream, thus mono meaning one. So in that regard, having it be, love is louder in mono is like you can focus solely on the person and the feeling, as opposed to all the noise that you might be hearing from all the people who might be, I don't know, against the love that you're feeling. Because this is a very, as we find out in the chorus, we'll get back to the lyrics there in a minute, but it's very LGBTQ positive, affirming, supporting type of message here. And so a lot of people in that community get a lot of hate from everywhere, really. And so if you love louder and mono, like I said, it's kind of like tuning all that out and just having the main focus there. The other set, I mentioned mono to me has two meanings here, and the video I think is deliberately shot this way is because mono can also mean monochrome, meaning black and white and shades of gray. In this case, it's like getting rid of all the color and focusing solely on what's important, and that being the person. We don't see the black and white, the yellow, the red, the different colors that you might stereotypically think of representing each race. Like, we don't see that. We don't see the rainbow flag. We don't see all that. We just see the person. And so I think it's a very deliberate choice to record this in black and white or monochrome. The rest of this verse, don't let the noise get in your way. We already covered that. You're the rhythm they can't replace, because being yourself and being authentic to yourself is what we're really after here. And then there's a Korean part, which there was no translation for here in the subtitles, and the site I'm pulling lyrics up on also wrote it in Hangul instead of translating it. So I'm not sure. Okay. Actually, this was really handy. I don't know how accurate it is, but if I click it, it gives me an English translation. It says, now mute your mind and let your heartbeat sing its song. So, stop caring what other people think, what they say, and just feel how you feel. Love who you love and love yourself. Okay, beautiful message. Of course, you're from the right or from the left, whether east or west, whether straight or gay, every day and night, dance to your real vibe. Very simple. This is the message. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, who you love, what you worship, nothing. Just be true to you. And also, when it says, because love is louder in mono, it's talking about loving yourself and, again, loving whoever you choose to love. And then the last two lines of the chorus, turn the effects down, let it all play out. Sorry, let it all fade out. Play the whole world in mono. So we already talked about exactly what mono versus stereo means, and that's what we're talking about here. All right, then we're gonna get Skaiwater's verse.
Turn the music up, let my rhythm play loud. Love and dance in my house. Baby, we can take the party outside to everyone. Take a chance on me, dance like everyone else. And I know you think just like myself. You're from the right.
You see all these extras here, that they're all themselves, right? But without the, like, obviously we know based on experience, I guess you would say, that, there are different races and ethnicities here. But in reality, if you were just, let's say you were able to completely block out all the previous information that you've accumulated in life and you were just to see this picture, like, okay, you could see different hairstyles, you could see different clothing choices, but you don't see very many different, like, ethnicities, and you notice that everybody's essentially the same. Yes, there's differences, but they are the same. They're doing the same dance moves. They're obviously in the same video. They are, supporting the same message. And so it really gets also to the point of, that in a lot of ways we are all the same. And it doesn't matter what other people say, just be who you are. Yeah, so the chorus is going to repeat again. Again, this is the crux of the whole message. I love Oogie's voice, man. Also, that's a really cool camera trick. I was wondering what this was when I saw the reaction video, and now I realize what I think it is anyway, and I'm fairly certain, is it's the needle from a record player. We're talking about playing the whole world in mono, and it's like, if you've never seen a record player or a vinyl player, You put the record on the turntable, and then you adjust the arm that has a little needle, and the needle reads the grooves on the actual vinyl, and that's how you get the sound waves or the music.
Cause love is louder and more. Don't forget regret, but who do you hear? The lyrics couldn't reach you. We plan forget.
Now they're like on a turntable.
You know you're born to love.
So how do you identify?
Okay, before we get into this, there's a couple of things I want to say. Let's talk about that bridge, because that was beautiful. All right, so we've got Shua, Minnie, and Mion all coming in. We blame, forget, regret, but who do you hear? So we have all this animosity, these feelings, these again, these regrets, but also this resentment of maybe things that we didn't do, or things that we couldn't do, things that we were restricted from. And when they say, but who do you hear? It's almost like telling you to ask yourself, who is it that you're going to listen to? Are you going to be yourself? Are you going to listen to yourself and how you feel? Or are you going to listen to the noise? The lyrics couldn't reach you. I feel like they're talking about this song, like, you know, what we're telling you, be yourself, love yourself, all that stuff. But you were caught up in the noise and it didn't reach you. We blame, forget, regret. Let's turn it all off. You know you're born to love. So let go of your hate. Let go of your resentment. Let go of the things that are holding you back from living the life you want to live. Because, again, like they say, you're born to love and be happy. And then this interlude, we change into color. And now all of a sudden, you can really see. You can already obviously see, because, again, we have eyes. But now you can actually see the color difference between people, the hair, the clothing. Like, everyone has burst into life almost, as if after being told you're born to love, it's like they're waking up in the new reality and they are choosing to love now instead of the black and white aspect. So whereas earlier black and white was used as a tool to essentially drown out the noise and see, you know, just who someone is, now it's like, let's interject life and color into this, because now things are brighter and we can choose to accept those differences and still, you know, love ourselves and love them.
I identify she, her.
I identify as he, him.
So they're giving pronouns and such.
I mean, I think it's important to just be yourself.
Sure, when you love yourself, you can love everyone.
And that, there you go, is the whole thing. When you love yourself, you can love everyone. But if you can't love yourself, how can you love anyone? And then we're gonna, you know, fade out with the chorus one more time. But that interlude is literally just people talking over the vocals. You know, how do you identify? Someone says she, her. Someone says he, him. And then actually I couldn't catch this part, so I'm glad I'm reading the lyrics. They basically respond like, cool. I personally don't know any theys, but I mean, I think it's important to just be yourself. So there you go. I never actually heard that part in the reaction, but
From the right, or from the left, whether east or west, west straight or gay, every day and night,
little fan chant.
dance to your real vibe, turn the effects down, let it all fade out, play the whole world at mono.
Very inclusive, but also done in like a very club hit type of way. So, you know, this is something that you could hear anywhere. It's very in the vein of, and I'm not saying it's the same as, but it's very in the vein of Lady Gaga's Born This Way. Like, you could hear that out at a club, or, you know, a gay club specifically. Really anywhere, but it's more popular at a gay club. So you might hear this at that kind of setting, but it's also something that you can just listen to in a neutral setting, and it just has a positive message. All right, that was Mono from i-dle featuring Skaiwater, and like I said, great, fantastic message, love it. I like it even more as I got to dig a little bit deeper into it, but like Shua said, it didn't require a whole lot of thinking. I just like to provide extra information for anyone who wants to take that deeper look. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. That way you can see when the future content goes live. And if you want to get any requests done, there are 2 ways to do that. You can subscribe to Patreon. Thank you. Shout out to all of our paid subs over there. Gray tier and higher get guaranteed requests every month, as well as access to all the content that's over there. The second way, if you're not interested in anything that's on Patreon, is you can look in the description below. There's a link to PayPal, and there's instructions how to use it. So take a look at that, and I will catch you guys for the next video. Take care, everyone.